first in high definition from the station on your side. This is WAVY News 10.
10 on your side learned the superintendent of Norfolk Public Schools could be leaving.
Dr. Richard Bentley's been on the job less than 2 years and is expected to leave before the end of his contract. Now, Dr. Bentley talked to 10 on your side after several pepper spray incidents inside Norfolk schools.
Our security personnel that was at the school discharged some OC spray, which is oleoresin capsicum, technical name. Pepper spray is the common term, and we're not sure exactly all the I don't know specifically all the circumstances.
I want to make this clear, that might not be the only reason why he's leaving. 10 on your side's Andy Fox is working this story now in Norfolk to find out why. What's happening, Andy?
Well, there's been a number of concerns, accreditation with schools, dropout rates, and then, of course, most recently, the pepper spray incidents that 10 on your side has been reporting on. I actually saw Dr. Bentley as I was pulling up here, and he was in a rush leaving. He walked right across here, and I followed him, and I asked him, "Are you leaving the school system, sir?" And he said, "I have nothing to say, Andy. Have a nice day." And then I said, "Why would you be leaving the school system early, only after 14 months of serving?" He said, "I have nothing to say, Andy. Have a nice day." He got into his car and he left. It's taking everyone by surprise, this word that he could be leaving. Dr. Richard Bentley could be leaving after just 14 months in the top Norfolk Public Schools job. Norfolk City Councilman Andy Protegere.
Honestly, Andy, there hasn't been a lot that we've been told about when the rumors began. We haven't been told anything about reasoning. So the council's been kept in the dark as the citizens have been. This has really been a school board issue.
The school system has no comment on Dr. Bentley's possible departure. School employees heard the possibility of his departure today.
I don't know, man. That's terrible.
I mean, what do you think about him as a superintendent?
Great superintendent. Great guy. Actually was starting to do some good things, too.
What were the things he was starting to do?
We actually have a fish philosophy that we're working on now to boost morale in the workplace.
Protegere disappointed it's come down to this.
I don't think that's really adequate time to be able to assist in the school system, much less turn around what may be problems. So it does cause me a problem and heartburn when it comes to that. It's a very short period of time.
Now, earlier today, we got a statement from the school board saying that there would be no comment today. There is a school board meeting tomorrow. We are told to discuss this matter, but right now, the word going around this school system is that they may be looking for a new superintendent. I have called every single school board member. No one has returned my calls. I'll have more on this coming up tonight on WAVY News 10 at 6. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
And the previous superintendent, Dr. Stephen Jones, retired after 5 years on the job. We'll continue to follow this story. And meanwhile, details are still coming in about a child hit by a car in Norfolk's Ocean View neighborhood at Granby Street and East Randall Avenue. Now, Chopper 10 flew above that area shortly after the incident at 3 p.m. Police say the girl is conscious and not seriously hurt. Medics took her to the hospital, and as of yet, there's no word on possible charges against the driver.
Burglaries and break-ins sweeping through a Williamsburg neighborhood, many when the victims are home. The thieves hit 6 homes in the Queens Lake area over a span of 3 weeks. Now the sheriff's office needs your help tracking down who is behind the crimes. 10 on your side's Katie Collette joins us now with details. Katie?
Nicole, we spoke with a couple of the victims, and while none of them wanted to go on camera, they did say they still have a creepy or eerie feeling knowing someone was in their home. And some neighbors are concerned their homes could be next. For 26 years, Tom Williams called Huntington Road home, an area he considers very safe.
Years ago, we used to have a neighborhood watch, but since nothing had happened, that's fallen by the wayside.
But over the last 3 weeks, burglaries and break-ins plagued his neighborhood.
It seems like somebody is casing the neighborhood and trying to determine, where to go and what people to look for.
Tom's neighbor knows exactly what the people who broke into her home wanted. Off camera, she says someone stole her entire jewelry box, possibly while she and her husband were home. And less than a quarter of a mile away, it happened again.
It was Friday evening a week ago that she was broken into, and they took watches and jewelry and what she said she didn't know what else they had taken.
This neighbor didn't want to go on camera, but she shared her neighbor's story.
They kicked the storm door down, and then they kicked the front door in, and that's how they got in. and they tore the whole house up.
One more home in the area burglarized. 3 others attempted break-ins, according to investigators, but the homeowners scared the people away. Now, many tell me it's extra protection for them while they try to get comfortable in their homes again.
And that part is scary, you know, that you can take away that special feeling that you have at home.
Now, investigators and even residents say there are specific reasons why they believe these crimes are connected. We'll talk about that new at 6. Katie Collette, 10 on your side. The Williamsburg burglaries and break-ins happened between October 12th and November 4th.
Shots rang out in Norfolk overnight, killing 1 man. Police responded to A Avenue just after midnight, and that's where they found Darrell Williams suffering from a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. And there's a lot more police work ahead here. There's no suspect nor any motive at this point. And we're learning more about the death investigation and a body found in Portsmouth late last night. Police identified that person, 44-year-old Samuel Martin. They found his body in the backyard of a vacant home on Cushing Street near Craddock Middle School. And at this point, detectives have not said how he died.
Police kicked them out of a downtown park last week, and today Occupy Norfolk and the city had a closed-door meeting that ended with both sides vowing to work together. But 10 on your side's Ava Hurdle reports there are still some sticking points.
Sherry Bailey and Dave Potvin head into a closed-door meeting with police and other city officials. Potvin toting a poster he claims was damaged last Thursday when the city closed Occupy Norfolk's camp in this financial district park. He and others are still upset over police and riot gear. A 3-hour notice given to 6 members of the group about the park closing and a half-dozen arrests. After the 90-minute meeting, Potvin said there were unanswered questions, but he no longer had trust issues.
We reestablished the dialogue. They asked what we wanted. We did ask that we have a place to camp.
And did you get that?
No, we didn't, but the door is open to further discussions.
City of Norfolk spokesperson Lori Crouch said the city is still going to continue to honor their First Amendment rights to assemble.
At this time, we have no plans on reissuing any camping permits. The current permit that they have to parade and assemble expires on the 21st, and it is my understanding from this meeting that they have not made any requests past the 21st for a new permit.
That current permit allows the group to demonstrate in Ghent and at Harbor Park. In Norfolk, Ava Hurdle, 10 on your side.
Occupy Norfolk is also concerned about lost, damaged, or possibly stolen belongings when the city closed its camp last week. They're now allowed to make claims against the city for any losses. New at 5:30, the latest Occupy eviction happened where it all began. Police in riot gear moved in near Wall Street overnight and clashed with demonstrators before moving them out. Who gave the orders, why, and what's next for the protesters?
And a Hampton woman said she went to pick up her little boy from daycare and he wasn't there. She says the 6-year-old was sent home alone.
So he was looking out the window trying to figure out where was I at.
10 on your side went to the school for answers, and we'll tell you what we found out.
Every Hampton Roads hospital has a no smoking policy. Now, Bon Secours says they won't even hire you if you use nicotine. Can they do that? We'll talk to an employment attorney coming up.
Temperatures across the area obviously very, very warm. We hit high temperatures near 80 degrees, and we're going to see more of the same for a while. Then we got some big changes. We'll tell you about those in just a few minutes.
Jerry Sandusky, in his own words, and in defense of the child sex abuse charges against him.
I say that I am innocent of those charges.
Reaction from Sandusky's attorney about the allegations involving Penn State.
You're watching WAVY News 10 at 5 with Tom Shad, Nicole Libas, and Super Doppler 10 Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
A U.S. Senator from Pennsylvania wants a hearing into how federal laws apply to the child sex abuse case involving Penn State University.
Pennsylvania and Virginia are among the states that do not require adults to directly report suspected child abuse. Well, last night, Jerry Sandusky spoke exclusively to NBC News and denied the charges against him. Mark Barger has reaction to that interview.
During an exclusive NBC News interview Monday night, Jerry Sandusky defended himself against the shocking charges that have rocked the Penn State community.
I say that I am innocent of those charges.
Sandusky is accused of using the charity he founded, The Second Mile, to meet his alleged victims. The grand jury indictment includes testimony from several witnesses over a 15-year period, including assistant Penn State football coach Mike McQuarrie, who witnessed one of the alleged assaults.
Are you denying that you had any inappropriate sexual contact with any of these underage boys?
Yes, I am.
During the 9-minute-long interview, Sandusky repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, but did at times seem to struggle to answer details about his contact with the young boys.
Are you sexually attracted to young boys, to underage boys?
Am I sexually attracted to underage boys? Sexually attracted? You know, no, I enjoy young people. I love to be around them. But no, I'm not sexually attracted to young boys.
Sandusky's lawyer appeared on today and alleged other motives may be behind the shocking allegations.
We have a bunch of people who have read the allegations, realize that there's a large university involved, and there may be a lot of money involved in lawsuits that are going to certainly come.
Legal experts say the blame does not end with Sandusky.
And to not ask questions, what did you see? What exactly took place? It's just astounding. And if they didn't want to ask the hard questions, certainly they should have turned it over to the police.
But they didn't. And now a football program, university, and community are facing the high cost of silence. Mark Barger, NBC News.
Sandusky remains free on bail. Neighbors have asked the judge to place him in protective custody due to fears their neighborhood, they say, is unsafe with him living in it.
Some local hospitals have a new hiring policy. They say smokers need not apply. Can an employer tell you what not to do when you're not on the clock? 10 on Your Side digs deeper into that law.
And stretching your holiday budget, an old shopping method is making a comeback. We're on your side with how you can cash in.
Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'm just going to put it on like this and not put it down the back.
Smokers need not apply for any job at Bon Secours. The health system in Hampton Roads and Richmond will begin screening new applicants for nicotine at the end of the month. The policy has many people asking, is that legal? We sent 10 on Your Side's Stephanie Harris to find out. Steph?
Well, Nicole, I made lots of calls on this one. Spoke to an employment attorney, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, Bon Secours, of course, and tobacco giant Philip Morris. Here's what I learned. First
hospitals kick smokers to the curb. Now, Bon Secours won't even open the door to applicants who use nicotine.
Stop smoking and we'd be more than happy to review your application.
Under the new policy, applicants must submit a urine sample for testing. If they fail, they can reapply in 6 months. On Facebook, even some non-smokers are fuming over this, asking, is it even legal?
Well, it's legal because it's not illegal.
We sat down with attorney Barry Rowell, who explained Virginia law prohibits the state from discriminating against smokers, but since Bon Secours is a private employer, the law does not apply.
I'm sure it will be challenged.
Bon Secours is the first health system in Virginia to enact the policy, but across the nation, it's a growing trend. Hospitals in 8 other states have them, and it's been challenged at least once unsuccessfully.
We've actually had some very positive reactions to people that said, I want to come work for Bon Secours, they're a great place to work, and this is the incentive for me to quit smoking.
It's also a boost to their bottom line. The federal government estimates each smoker cost a company about $4,000 a year in lost productivity and health care. That's why Rowell believes we will see more companies adopting similar policies.
This policy is intrusive, but I guess employees need to make a decision on where they want to go to work.
Now, I heard back from the EEOC and Philip Morris late this afternoon. The EEOC told me that smokers are not protected under the Americans with Disabilities Act. And a spokesman with Philip Morris said the tobacco company's position is very clear. They believe it is unfair to penalize applicants for use of a legal product. Stephanie Harris, 10 on your side.
Current employees of Bon Secours will not be nicotine tested. The company does encourage them to quit and offers incentives. We're told more than 300 have quit since that program began 2 years ago.
And it's National Diabetes Awareness Month. Eastern Virginia Medical Center says Western Tidewater has one of the highest mortality rates for diabetes in Virginia. Right now, Centera Obice Hospital and EVMS are offering free diabetes screenings until 7 p.m. on the second floor atrium of Obice. The Obice Healthcare Foundation recently provided a $185,000 grant for this diabetes screening project. Now, if you can't make it tonight, the hospital will hold another diabetes screening free again on November 22nd.
Another gorgeous day.
Yeah, but the clock is ticking, meaning time will be running out soon.
Yeah, it will be. In about 24, maybe 28 hours from now, I think temperature's going to plummet.
Cut it down to the hour.
Yeah, but yesterday we thought it would be about this time tomorrow, or maybe a little bit later. But it looks like it's a little bit delayed. So get out, enjoy this evening. Get out, enjoy tomorrow, because it looks great. But tomorrow night, that's when the bottom falls out. Here's a look at what's going on throughout the area. Super Dot Pretend Live. Couple of stray showers way on up toward about the Fredericksburg area, but that's about it into the region. And the northern neck overnight and northern neck and points northward could see a stray shower or two. And really that's when the rain will start dropping on in tomorrow. It could likely hit the northern neck first in the afternoon, and then really it's going to be the evening hours before it moves to the Hampton Road cities. We got one more warm day. It's going to be a beautiful day. Some cloud cover. We'll see some off and on cloud cover through the area. Today, lots of cloudiness, but it's been thin cloud cover, so we warmed up to 80 degrees into the area. Very, very nice day. And this front is not going to move all that much for tonight and the first part of the day tomorrow, but there's going to be a secondary pop of very cold air. It'll drop on in and it'll punch it on through. And again, you can see everything kind of moving on through by tomorrow evening. Moves on through, and we end up with still some cloud cover during the day coming up on Thursday. So again, that's where the rain is. It's going to stay on off to the northwest for now. And again, you can see that rain out up toward the Fredericksburg area. A couple of light rain showers, but nothing going on in our area. As far as thin cloud cover, we're going to continue to see that overnight. Off and on, pardon me, during the day for tomorrow. 10 to 15 mile an hour winds to start the day tomorrow. Not bad. We'll see the wind pick up during the afternoon. 15 to 25 miles an hour. Now, a very, very complex cold front is going to be moving on in. Here's the front right here that's on off to the northwest for right now. That's where all that rain is tomorrow at the noon hour. But there's going to be that secondary kick of cold air that'll start to push eastward, and that's going to start to bump everything along. By 7 o'clock in the evening, scattered showers and thunderstorms, certainly for the northern neck, the Richmond area, possibly even to the Williamsburg area. 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. By 9 o'clock in the evening, that front has become the main front, and that's going to drop on through. Now, there's where things are at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. That's what I'm saying 24, 28 hours from now. By the midnight hour, it's right on through the Hampton Roads area with some rainfall, 10 to 15 mile-an-hour winds, and stronger winds by 4 o'clock in the morning. Thursday morning, still some rainfall remaining. There we are Thursday morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning, rather windy, but the winds drop off during the day. I think we might see some clearing by later on in the day on Thursday as well. Now, as far as rainfall, again, the bulk of that rainfall is going to be on off to our north. We'll see scattered showers, maybe a rumble or two of thunder out of this coming up late in the day tomorrow, more likely tomorrow evening. During the day tomorrow, we're likely to see highs once again into the upper 70s, 77, 79 degrees. But for the day on Thursday, we're likely to see temperatures really drop on down. High temperatures only around 52 to 55 degrees. So again, big changes coming up about 24 to 28 hours from now. In other words, tomorrow evening, we'll see some rain, scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly tomorrow night into early Thursday morning. 55 on Thursday. Gradual warm up for the weekend.
Help wanted for the holidays. We're on your side with which stores are hiring and how many workers they need.
Bend police swarmed the North Carolina University overnight. Find out what sent this campus into lockdown. New at 5:30.
Crossing off names on your holiday list can put a strain on your wallet and your holiday cheer. Now several big stores are helping with layaway, but it isn't free. Kmart, Walmart, and Toys R Us all charge at least $5 to use layaway. A down payment is required, usually 10% of the total purchase price. At Toys R Us, it's 20%. And what happens if an item goes on sale after you've put it on layaway? Kmart and Toys R Us give you a 1 to 2 week window to ask for a price adjustment. Walmart says it will automatically adjust the price. Toys R Us is helping you get a jump that is on your shopping. The toy retailer says it will open at 9 Thanksgiving night. That's an hour earlier than last year. Walmart already announced it's opening at 10 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
My food's still digesting at that point.
Walk it off and shop.
That's right, or maybe look for a job because stores are putting out the help wanted signs for the holidays. But the question is, who's hiring? Well, Forbes magazine says Best Buy plans to add nearly 12,000 employees across the country. JCPenney and Sears both plan to hire 8,000. Toys R Us, Nicole, looking for more than 7,500 people. And Macy's, well, it needs more than 6,000 employees. Are you looking for a job? Go to WAVY.com, scroll over to the On Your Side tab, and then click on Job Finder 10. You can search jobs for free, and employers can post positions free of charge.
Two teenagers would probably say there was nothing fun about this amusement park ride. They were stuck upside down. We'll show you the rescue next.
And a lollipop with a powerful painkiller. New at 5:30, how it's serving our military overseas and what doctors are doing to make sure it serves its main purpose. Around the world tonight, a scary ride for two teens at an amusement park in China. This ride suddenly screeched to a halt, left them dangling upside down, 30 feet above ground. Went on for more than an hour. Well, firefighters rushed to the scene and crews had to get a safety rope to pull one of the girls from her seat onto a ladder. And there's the rescue. They lowered the other girl to the ground on a cherry picker. Rescuers say neither teen was hurt. That's the good news. And there's a volcano erupting underwater off Spain's Canary Islands, releasing toxic gases. That's also killing hundreds of fish here. Authorities issued evacuation notices for people who live along nearby beaches. Emergency Services is monitoring air quality levels there. And stay with us. WAVY News 10 at 5:30 starts right now.